So the last point here is that we are the example of Jesus. And I think this is really important as we go into our workplaces. This is something I just shared, what was it, last night? Was it?
I don't know.
I think it was last night. That, your coworkers are watching you all the time. All the time, 24/7, 365. If you so much as mention the name of Jesus, you get on the watch list, okay? Everybody's paying attention, and this is a great thing. You may think it's a bad thing. You may think, oh no, now everyone's watching me, I gotta be good. It's a great thing because, we can be an example every day, all day, every day. One famous theologian, I don't remember his name, and I can't look it up because they won't let me. So you'll get a worse sermon here, sorry. He said, share Jesus every day, and if necessary, use words, right? Amen. I think it was Thomas Aquinas, but I could be wrong. But I'm probably wrong. But, that's the thing. It's like we live our faith in front of people every day. And what happens is we just were told a story this morning about a guy at the studio. Andy, who we're on HSPN.TV, as Martha said. We just filmed our 120th episode today. And Andy, the leader of the studio, was talking to us, and he said he had this guy, he was a foreman, he had this guy, and this guy just cursed him, said mean, negative things about him all the time, mocked his faith, everything, and just constant barrage of hatred from this guy. And all of a sudden, this guy takes a day off, and he finds out the guy's in the hospital, and he called up and said, hey, can you get that big black preacher guy to come and pray for me? And it's amazing what happens. Sometimes the people that persecute you the worst are the ones that are the closest. They're right there. They're right about to make a change, and they're really testing you to see whether what you have is real. They want to see, they want to put a little pressure on you, they want to put a little bit of test on you, and they want to see if what you have is really true. And if it is, they're going to accept it. And that's why it's so important that we got to live for Christ every day, all the time. We don't know who's watching. That's why we got to have integrity in everything we do. We got to love everyone we meet. And at work, it's amazing. One time I was at work, and the Lord said, they used to wash cars in the parking lot. And God told me, go get your car washed. And I'm like, but God, it's going to rain in 2 days. God said, I didn't ask you that. Just go get your car washed. So I go over and I pay $20 for a car wash that's going to last 1 day. And I just got friendly with the car wash guy. And every couple weeks, God's like, go get a car wash, go get a car wash, go get a car wash. All the time, And I didn't really want to spend that much on car washes that often. But God kept telling me to do it. And then one day I overhear him talking to another guy. And as they're talking, he says to this other guy, he starts talking negatively about the Lord, And I hadn't really said anything to him, but I was just like, hey, so what were you guys talking about? And he's like, oh, no. He was quoting a homeless guy that was cursing the Lord. That wasn't us. No, that was a homeless guy. We weren't cursing the Lord. Now, how does he know? I haven't said a word about Jesus yet. All I know is that the Lord just be kind to him and give him money and get car washes. That's all that's happened so far. But I start talking to him through this, and he used to go to a very difficult church where it was very regimented and very, one of these like Army of God type churches where they control your entire life, And he hadn't been to church in 17 years because when he finally got out of that and they controlled every aspect of his life, he's like, I'm not going back, And so I got to talking to him, and eventually I just asked him, well, there are other churches, And so it turns out he finally came to me the next time I got a car wash. He goes, you know what? My neighbor invited me, and it was one of the mega churches, I think it was East Side or something. And she said, my neighbor invited me to East Side, and I think I'm going to go with her for Easter. It's just obedience to God every day. Whatever God's telling you to do, no matter how ridiculous it is, if you need to get your car washed when it's going to rain tomorrow, and that's what God's telling you to do it, because you'll never know what kind of fruit you're going to have. And that's what the Lord really has for us, is miracles come out of obedience. And that's what the Lord is all about. So.